Welcome in, Combo Cowboy here. Today we're going to be doing a no-nonsense guide for PvP Necro. This is going to be a bash build, so really good single target, really good AoE, really good 1vx, really good bomb potential, you name it, this build's got it. Best build that's going to be on my channel. Link to the deep dive in the description if you're curious about, what it do, how it do, or alternative sets and skills. This is just the best setup in my opinion. So let's go and get into it, guys. Two-piece Baylord. This is going to give our ultimate the potential to bomb or really destroy very tanky groups for those pesky battlegrounds you get into that are just all 50k HP wardens, whatever. Deadless Demolisher, guys, staple for any bash build. It's the bread and butter. You gotta have it or you're throwing. And then we're going to take Essence Thief Backbar. This set can be a little funky to proc, I'm sorry about that, but it is too good to pass up. Flat 10% damage increase as well as sustain. Again, you're throwing if you're not using this. One Piece Trainee, this is typical of any time you want to use a Mythic, so we're just using this for the 1 piece health. Malakath's Brand of Brutality, guys, this is a phenomenal, we don't really have any crit multipliers. Our crit damage is dookie. We're on a Khajiit, we're not a Nightblade, we're not a Templar, we got nothing going for us there. Any enemy we come across is probably going to have Rallying Cry, potentially Transmutation and Cyrodiil, or BGs, and they're going to have more crit resist than we have crit damage multipliers, so just take the 16% increased flat damage, don't be that dude. Actually, you're going to take the Lover for penetration because we need pen. In terms of race, go whatever race you want to go. Nord is probably the best. Orc is probably the second best, and then third I would put at your Wood Elf or Redguard. Skills, I like Reverb. If you don't want to take Reverb, if you want to go Power Slam, I do recommend you take Shielded Assault as a gap close for the Power Slam as damage, but if not, Reverb is the best CC in the game, in my opinion, for this build. Shattering Throw, I like this morph. You can double dip if you're doing a 2v1. You can throw this, hit one person, ricochets to the second person, and then double dips back to the first person, dealing roughly 20k damage instead of 10. Blast Bones, you already know what it do. Dead in Pain, major protection, and helps with ult. You can take Contingency here or defensive. I just don't press Contingency enough to really, so I'd rather have defensive and just get the passive benefits from it. You should have Dawnbreaker here. Dawnbreaker for the front bar ult. Back bar ult should be Pummeling Goliath. We're taking Elisus because we get pinned from Major Breach, we get pinned from our CP, and we also get the minor vulnerability from the concussion. So you're throwing if you don't use that. Resolving Vigor, take it. Either morph is good. If you're doing a lot of group play, take the Echoing. If you're doing a lot of solo 1vx, Resolving is better. Resilient Flesh, Burst Heal. Spirit Guardian, you have to take this morph. It gives you the best 10% mitigation in the game because of how it's factored in the damage mitigation formula. Summoner's Armor, you already know what to do. I don't need to explain it. Pummeling Goliath, if you want to bomb groups, if you're doing tower farm, you need to clean house. This is the ultimate to do it with. When you hit that and you swap to your front bar, you're going to be dealing 10,000 damage per bash. You can get a lot of bashes off. Last for 20 seconds. Use it wisely. Yeah, that's that for that. I'm just going to touch on these top stars. Duelist rebuff, decrease the damage you take, put on your mask first. Dead DPS, no DPS, all that. Master at Arms increases your your direct damage. Don't take the single target because we have Blast Bones and Bashful will benefit from it. Take direct damage because all of our damage is direct damage. So Masters at Arms is the one. Force of Nature, Elisus plus minor defile, or not defile, minor disease or whatever it is, disease status effect. That's the one I'm trying to English here. Plus whatever other status effects that your homies put on the target. You're benefiting tons and tons of pin off of that, and you need that, especially for CP PvP, because in CP everybody builds 45k HP max tankiness because they're terrified to die and have to play running simulator. Riposte, I like Riposte because it 33% additional damage on my reverb, 33% additional damage on my blast bones, whatever it is, I benefit from it greatly. So you're throwing, if you don't use this is too good to not use. I got celerity, or however flip you say that, for movement speed. I don't have very much CP, so obviously that's not really tiered up, but if you're an orc, you probably don't need this. You can go with something else. Fortified, if you don't know how the bash damage is scaled, it increases off of your armor, so armor makes you tankier, and it's free bash damage. Pain's Refuge, I'm not using Purify, I'm not using Hexproof, I'm not using anything like that to pull dots off me, so this is just free mitigation. And then lastly, Slippery, this makes 1 out of 3 CC breaks free. Helps with your stam mitigation, stam usage, stam management, whatever you want to call it, tremendously. I think that's it. That's all I got for you. Food, I use Jewels of Misrule. Potions, I use Alliance Battle Drought. And if you guys don't actually have the bucket hat, then you're not going to succeed with this build. So make sure you guys go get a bucket hat, put it on. Anytime you're doing skits activities, skits builds like this, guys, you need the bucket hat. The chicken wings are, icing on the cake. And then also, if you guys can pick up the wooden sword, you got to really let them know. But that's all I got for you guys. GG's, take it easy.